Hello everyone. In this particular video clip, I am going to talk about one more dosha in astrology. So, if you are a person who is not interested about astrology, then you don't have to watch this video anymore. This is my first video in English which I am posting in 2021. So, wish you all a very happy new year and hope this year brings a lot of good health, wealth, and also happiness in everyone's family. I've started posting some of the astrological videos in English recently, and in the previous video, I have talked about Kalatra dosha and Sharpa dosha, etc. In this particular video, I am going to talk about something called Asthanga dosha, a dosha which is called a combustion dosha. What is combustion? When will a planet get combust? A planet gets combust when it is very close to sun. I will try to show some handwritten charts which I have prepared for this particular video, where you can see the North Indian style of the Kundalini as well as the South Indian style of the Kundalini. And if you see in that example, you can see some planets are very close to sun. A particular zodiac sign actually is 30 degrees. So there are 12 zodiac signs and overall it is 360 degrees. We need to find out if there are planets very close to sun, what is the distance between the sun and the planet? Each and every planet has to follow a particular distance if they are very close to sun. For example, moon has to be 12 degrees far from sun. Mars has to be 17 degrees. Mercury 14 degrees. Jupiter 11 degrees. Venus 10 degrees and Saturn 15 degrees. Rahu and Ketu are shadow planets, so they won't get combust. Whereas these planets, if they don't follow that social distancing, then they will get combust. This is what is called Asthanga Dosha or Combustion Dosha. As I already mentioned that a zodiac sign is 30 degrees. When you work out your horoscope, or if a Panditji has worked out your horoscope, he might have mentioned the degree in which the planet is placed. Let us say Sun is placed in the 3rd degree in a particular zodiac sign and Mercury is placed in the 5th degree. The actual difference is only 2 degrees. Mercury should be 14 degrees far from Sun, otherwise he is combust. So, in your horoscope, they might have mentioned a C within brackets next to that planet, indicating that that planet is combust. Let me explain this concept with an example. Let us say that I am a VIP and I am talking in a stage. Everyone's attention is on me. All of a sudden, a VVIP walks into the stage. What happens is, though I am there in the stage, all the attention the VVIP has taken and I am there as a dummy. Though I exist, I can't do much. Similarly, planets also become very weak if they are combust. In the North Indian style chart, I mentioned Shukra, Venus as combust, and in the South Indian style, I have mentioned Jupiter as combust. What are the impacts if a planet is combust? Let us see that now. Each and every planet represents a relative. Sun represents dad, moon represents mom, Mars represents siblings, Mercury represents mom's side relatives, especially mom's brother, sister, etc. And Jupiter represents kids. Shukra, Venus represents spouse, wife or husband. Saturn represents co-workers and also other relatives. Rahu represents dad side, dad ancestry. Ketu represents mom side, dad ancestry. If a planet is combust, first we need to see which relative that particular planet represents. In the North Indian style, I have mentioned Shukra, Venus is combust, which means there is a possibility that he may not get married. He or she may not get married. Or in case if they got married, there will be always conflict between husband and wife. In the South Indian style, I have mentioned Jupiter as combust. Jupiter represents kids. So there may be a issue in giving birth to a kid for that particular person. This is one way of analyzing what will happen if the planet is combust. The other way is we need to see this particular planet owns which house in our horoscope. Each and every house represents certain things. Ascent is the main. Second house talks about family. Third house talks about siblings and courage. Fourth house talks about mom and happiness. Fifth house talks about purva karma and kids. Sixth house talks about enemies and disease. Seventh house talks about marriage. Eighth house talks about our lifespan, longevity. Ninth house talks about dad and prosperity. 10th house talks about career. 11th house talks about income and also friends. 12th house talks about expenses and also moksha. If, for example, if your third house lord is combust, third house talks about sibling, third house talks about courage. If that planet is combust, then there is a possibility you won't be having a sibling at all. You will be the only child for your parent. Or sibling may exist, but there will not be a smooth understanding between you and your sibling. This is how Asthanga Dosha works. Okay? Now, I also, in the chart I have mentioned which house is owned by which planets. For example, in the South Indian style chart, you see Ascend, Mesha Rasi, that is owned by Mars. The second Rishabha is owned by Shukra. So in your planet, if in your horoscope, if you are a Mesha Ascend, and if Jupiter is combust, means Jupiter is your 9th house lord and the 12th house lord. 9th house talks about dad. So there is a possibility your dad might have passed away in a very young age, or there could be disturbances between you and your dad. No smooth understanding, separation from dad, and the separation could be for any reason. This is how to interpret the combustion dosha. Now let me talk about the remedies for this. If a planet is combust, the planet is weak, it will not give what it is supposed to give, and that particular relative may not exist in our life. All we have to do first is we need to be a pure vegetarian on that particular planet's day. This is the first basic thing. For example, Jupiter combust. Jupiter's day is Thursday. Thursday I have to be a pure vegetarian. Thursday I have to feed at least some creatures, any creature. Do some sort of good karma on that day. Earn some good punya. The second thing is, once in your lifetime, you must visit the important temple for that planet. It's called Kshetras. You can Google and find out which is the important temple for that planet near your place. And mostly the Kshetras, the main Kshetras for planets are located mainly in Kumbakonam, Tamil Nadu. But not everyone can go to Kumbakonam. So try to find out a nearest place where this particular planet is being worshipped. It could be in a Shiva temple where Navagragas are there. You must go there and do a puja. When you do the puja for that planet, you must tell the priest that this particular planet is Asthanga in my horoscope. When you tell that, what happens is the priest, when he does the prayers with your name and your kotra and the star, etc., he will also add this line which says, let us say Jupiter is combustion. Guru Graga Asthanga Dhosa Parigara Nivaranartham. Which means this person has done the remedy for the Asthanga Dhosa of Jupiter. So this is now cancelled. The Asthanga Dhosa gets cancelled. And after that you can see that the planet behaves very friendly with you and it will give a lot of good things. Our Hinduism concept and astrology concept is all purely on faith and belief. The more and more you trust and do these things, the more and more it will give good benefits and results. At the same time, we can't change the things in one night. We have to give some time. After doing this puja, at least wait for 3 months to see the results. If you have any other questions related to Asthanga Dosha, please do post a comment to this video and I will respond to it when I find time. That's all I wanted to say in this particular video. Please do take care.